Well, it's been a pretty cool weekend so far. It's Saturday evening now. Friday, I decided to hop on the bike after work and go into town. Um, First, I went to the lakeside area known as Rishi, and there's often something going on there, like an outdoor stage or something. And it was buzzing. There was so many people there for the World Cup, which I'd completely forgotten about, of course. So I parked the bike up and I went to have a look, and didn't really fancy it, so didn't hang around there for very long. But it was quite impressive. Earlier on in the evening, I'd had a look to see what was on, and thanks to Facebook, I found out that there was a jazz big band gig happening in town. So I decided to leave the football behind and dip into town and try and find that. It took me a little while to find it, and it was sort of it really hit home how Lausanne is on many different levels. It's very three-dimensional. So I parked my bike where I could, but then I ended up having to go down and down and down, where there's bridges over bridges in the centre of Lausanne. And in the end, I went back and moved my bike closer to where this bar was, which I'm glad I did because it was easier at the end. And yeah, I had a really good time watching this band. It really took me back to the Jazz Vehicle days when I played some of the same tunes, actually. It was really interesting to see. So yeah, that was really cool. So today I jumped back on the bike after breakfast, and the first thing I did was went to the local Triumph and Kawasaki dealer, because I needed to buy a number plate holder for the bike so I can fit the Swiss number plate to it, because unlike our British plates, you don't screw directly through holes on the plate. You have to put the plate in a holder that holds it around the edge, and then that screws onto the bike. So I've got that sorted, and I also bought a motorbike cover to protect my bike if we get huge storms again, whilst it has to live outside. And after that, I came home to bring that home because it was quite bulky, and also picked up my camera, and then I decided to go out for quite a big ride It turned out to be quite an epic ride. I think Google told me I did 104 miles in 4 hours. So that's quite a bit. My first real go at mountain roads on my own bike. I hired a bike here last summer, but that was a different bike to mine. So a bike that I know. I'm really glad that I've done the machine control courses that I've done. The eye-to-eye guys based in York, the machine control and the advanced cornering course I did with them, and the evening on track I did at Snetterton really helped as well. Just to know the limits of the bike and to know that I can push the bike more if necessary. There were some pretty tight hairpin bends, and the speed limit was definitely more than enough for those roads. But I really enjoyed it. I still need to improve my riding because I did sort of slow down more than most bikers would, I suppose. But I think I'll build up my confidence with time. Don't want to jump straight in too much straight away and get myself into trouble. It's a bit. It hits home when there's a barrier on one side and a mountain on the other. There's not much room for error, so don't want to be riding too much to my limits. But yeah, it's been really good. I've stopped off at some really nice places, looking at the scenery, and it's just been some beautiful scenery to ride through in the Jura. I even popped into France for a very brief spell of time. The road sort of went into France and then back into Switzerland again a few miles later. So that was kind of weird. I didn't even have my passport with me, but it's all Schengen, so I didn't need it. I'm thinking about getting an action cam and maybe doing some helmet-mounted videos, because so many times I see some wonderful things, but there's just no opportunity to stop to take pictures or video. And so if you think you would be interested to see some footage from on the bike as I ride around exploring places, let me know, and it might help swing the decision to whether I splash the cash on one or not. But here's a few pictures and a bit of video that I took during my ride today. Just stopped for a drink by Lac de Joux, and this is in some of the mountains. First time I've come up here. It's really nice. There's quite a lot of bikers around. It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's really interesting. The roads here, you don't have to go fast to enjoy yourself, because the mountain twisties give you plenty of fun on a bike at legal speeds, which is good. Yeah, I'm having quite a good time.